Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. In late 1999, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H officially became an on-screen WWE couple. However, the game ended their relationship 3 years later in one of the most memorable moments in the company's history. In January 2002, Triple H returned to WWE television after a long absence due to injury. However, his comeback saw him having issues with his on-screen wife. As the latter felt the game planned to leave her, she falsely claimed that she was pregnant in an attempt to keep her husband. As the billion-dollar princess plan worked, the couple decided to renew their vows in a ceremony on Monday Night Raw on February 11th of that year. While Stephanie thought the ceremony would open a new chapter in her marriage to the game, it backfired. Before heading to the ring, Triple H received a call from his storyline mother-in-law, Linda McMahon, in which she told him that the doctor her daughter hired was an actor and that the billion-dollar princess was not pregnant. Nevertheless, the current WWE CCO headed to the ring for the ceremony. As everyone waited for him to say his vows, he dubbed his on-screen wife a liar, revealing all that he knew, and decided to end the marriage. As of this moment, Stephanie, our marriage, it's over. We are through, Triple H said in the segment. 5:47 to 6:06, the game destroyed the set and attacked Stephanie's father, Vince McMahon, taking him out with a pedigree. He then pushed his wife down, took off his wedding ring, and threw it at her. Stephanie McMahon chose that moment as her most memorable from WWE Raw nearly 12 years ago. Stephanie McMahon was asked to pick her most memorable moment on Monday Night Raw as the company celebrated the 1000th episode of the Red Brand. The billion-dollar princess recalled her and Triple H's vow renewal ceremony, stating that it was one of the strongest memories she has about Raw. So, there we are standing at the altar and I'm lovingly saying my wedding vows to my husband. And when it came time for him to repeat his undying, unfettered love for me, he told me exactly what he thought. It was one of the strongest memories I have about Monday Night Raw, she said. 0:47 to 1:37, nearly a year after that storyline, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H married in real life. The couple will celebrate their 21st anniversary next month. The wrestling world was in shock. Headlines blared across every news outlet in the industry. This marriage, it's over, WWE's chief content officer, Triple H, announced solemnly to a packed room of reporters, his voice heavy with emotion. The words hung in the air like a death sentence, one that reverberated through the entire WWE universe. His relationship with Stephanie McMahon, one of the power couples that symbolized the heart and soul of the WWE for decades, was ending. A foundation built on wrestling royalty. For years, the union between Paul Levesque, known to the world as Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon seemed indestructible. Not only did they share a personal bond, but their marriage had also become synonymous with WWE's dominance in the sports entertainment world. The daughter of WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and the on-screen cerebral assassin were a true power couple, balancing corporate and creative control over the global wrestling empire. Their relationship, which blossomed from an on-screen storyline in 1999, grew into one of WWE's most iconic love stories. It was a relationship fans watched with bated breath, especially during the Attitude Era when kayfabe and reality often blended. Over the years, their story became bigger than any storyline the company could script. Behind the scenes, the power couple wielded immense influence, shaping the WWE landscape. Triple H was not just a wrestler, he had become a crucial cog in the company's creative machine. Meanwhile, Stephanie took the reins of WWE's branding and corporate image, ensuring the business grew and evolved into the global phenomenon it is today. But as the years rolled on, whispers began to surface. A growing distance between them. The increased pressure of running a billion-dollar company. Personal ambitions colliding with family responsibilities. Yet, no one anticipated what would happen next. The press conference. The announcement came suddenly, during what was originally expected to be a routine WWE media event. Triple H had planned to discuss upcoming events, talent acquisitions, and the company's ever-growing expansion into global markets. But as he took the stage, there was an undeniable tension in the air. The usual composed, confident demeanor that fans and colleagues had come to expect was missing. Instead, there was a somberness in his eyes. Triple H took a deep breath, gripping the podium tightly as he began. Today isn't about upcoming matches or events. I know you were all expecting updates, but I have to address something more personal. He paused, his voice faltering for a moment. As you all know, Stephanie and I have been together, not just in life, but in this business for over 2 decades. We've shared triumphs, challenges, and everything in between. However, today, we've come to the hardest decision of our lives. Our marriage, it's over. The room was silent, save for the clicking of cameras capturing the moment. Reporters sat in stunned disbelief, unsure if they were witnessing yet another storyline or a moment of unfiltered reality. This isn't an easy decision, Triple H continued, visibly trying to hold back the emotion threatening to break through. We've thought long and hard about this for the past year. And while our love for each other remains, our paths in life have taken different directions. Behind-the-scenes struggles. While the announcement blindsided many, close insiders within the WWE had seen the cracks forming for quite some time. Running the WWE was no easy task. After Vince McMahon's controversial semi-retirement and return, more pressure was placed on Stephanie and Triple H to keep the ship afloat. The new responsibilities weighed heavily on both of them. Triple H had his vision for WWE's creative direction, focusing on building up new talent through NXT, expanding the company's presence internationally, and pushing boundaries creatively. Stephanie, on the other hand, was more focused on maintaining the company's corporate and public image, especially in the face of increasing scrutiny and a constantly changing entertainment landscape. It was no secret that the two often clashed over the direction of the company. In board meetings, there were heated debates about whether to prioritize the newer, edgier talent or maintain the brand's family-friendly image. These professional disagreements slowly seeped into their personal lives. Days at the office became longer. Family dinners turned into meetings. Their relationship, once full of laughter and shared dreams, became a battleground of differing ambitions. Rumors swirled that the intense work environment had taken a toll on their marriage. Some speculated that the pressure of following in Vince McMahon's colossal footsteps had driven an emotional wedge between the two. Others believed that Triple H's health scare in 2022, when he suffered a cardiac event, had fundamentally changed him, forcing him to rethink his priorities and question the direction of his life. A mutual decision. As Triple H spoke to the press, it was clear that this decision wasn't one made out of animosity, but out of mutual understanding. "We've always said that our family comes first," he said, his voice growing more resolute. "And sometimes, in order to protect that family, you have to make tough choices. For us, that means acknowledging that we've grown apart in some ways. We are still partners in this business, and more importantly, we will always be partners in raising our children. But as far as our marriage goes, we've reached the end of that chapter." Stephanie had not been present at the press conference, but a joint statement from the couple was released shortly after Triple H's address. In it, they expressed gratitude for the support they had received from friends, family, and fans over the years. The statement emphasized that while their personal relationship was ending, their commitment to WWE and their children remained stronger than ever. The aftermath. As the news spread, reactions poured in from across the wrestling world. Wrestlers, executives, and fans shared their support for the couple, acknowledging the immense pressure they had faced not only as business leaders but as public figures whose lives were constantly under scrutiny. In the days that followed, WWE programming subtly paid homage to the legacy of their partnership. Old clips of the couple during the Attitude Era, their infamous wedding on Raw, and their dominance as the authority played during video packages. While the future of their personal lives remained private, one thing was clear: Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were no longer the indomitable power couple that had ruled WWE, but two individuals navigating a new chapter. And just like that, One of wrestling's greatest stories had come to a close.